guys, it's me Matthew, of course, aboard the Unreliable. Second video, first time boarding the Unreliable, and now this is going to be the first time leaving the Unreliable. And it looks like I have people waiting for me out here.
This wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
But I don't have a job. Now I could reply with that, or I could lie and say, you've got it all wrong, I'm a Starship Safety Inspector. Or I could attack them. As much as I like being a murder hobo, that doesn't seem like a good idea if I want to make if I want to have a good story. So I'm gonna lie, because that's fun.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay, take care. So she wants me to go over to the cemetery, or, well, near the cemetery. Take the road through the cemetery. But there's something over there that looks interesting. And maybe they're responsible for this? The fucking axe sticking out of his head. Random shovel. Well, that's kind of boring. How did that guy die? Or girl? Girl, yeah. How did she die? Maybe I like threw her against the rock and then somehow they killed each other. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but as much as I like going off the beaten path, probably wouldn't be the best idea to do that right off the bat. I'm kind of weak at the moment, and I'd like to acquire some weapons outside of this shitty pistol and shotgun, and maybe a few levels as well. Let's see if I can get a nice headshot. There's two of them. Marauder Goon, Marauder Vandal. Are there more? Looks like they looted these guys clean. And there's three. It looks like I blinded him. Hell yeah. And somehow they're able to still see and shoot. I gotta see if I can shoot their arms off next time. Okay, well, I used more light ammo than I got back there, so that sucks. That doesn't look dangerous. Not at all. You can't not explore. Flowers, beach. Who knows, maybe I'll find a nice weapon or something down here. What the fuck is that? Oh. Howler mongrel. Looks like there's only 3 of them. I might be able to take them on. I was hoping hoping to see if there's a weak spot. I don't know if it changes the cursor at all. I thought it did, but... Okay. Okay, not a scratch. Yet. Armor parts, another shovel. Is that it? Nothing fun? I guess there's a gravesite right here. Nothing written on it. Nameless resident. Wait a minute. This means we're digging dirt. Nope. Doesn't look like you can dig. So that's a missed opportunity right there. Gotta say. I'm sure this crashed ship right next to the city is already picked clean, but since this is an RPG, and I am self-aware, I can't help myself. Oh, a revolver. Yeah, I'll switch those out. Oops. There we go. Can I not explore this? Well, that's just cruel. You put a playground that you can only look into. Nothing else. Okay, fine. Well, in that case, I might as well start sprinting. Oh, I guess I'm at the landing pad, right underneath it at least. Might be something worthwhile up here. Ludwig Miller.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Are you okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Iron and lies. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire. I don't have a question for him, but there is an option. But yeah, I'm gonna put out the first one.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Okay, I guess I'm enlisted in the military now, or I guess resistance.
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
A mechanical scout. Okay, I'll ask questions later when I've returned for more money. But I already have a side quest. But I'm not gonna get too distracted. I know the door's right there, but I was supposed to go through a different one, I think. And of course I have to loot everything. I'm gonna try not to steal. I don't want to be evil, but all this stuff looks abandoned, doesn't it? I think so. If it doesn't say steal, it's not stealing. I think that is a fair point. Okay, let's go the other way. Mostly because I know there's stuff to steal over there. I mean, loot. That's over here. I haven't been. No. Close door. Close door. I'm assuming I can't even get into those things. Very strange. What's the point of this? Some sort of half taken apart container or something that you can't even walk in and out of. Hey, an open door, or an openable door. But if anyone asked, it was open. Okay, all this says steel. Now what do all these random civilians need a steel mag pack for? I think I'll take that off their hands. Energy cell, no, wait, Firefly? With Firefly's line of pure energy based ammunition. Yeah, they wouldn't mind, would they? Criminal activities, tremor, cleaver. They won't notice. It's a locked chest. No one's here clearly. Yeah. I mean, no, the door was open, yeah. Door was open the whole time. Trevor Cleaver. Whoa, what? Did I say Trevor Cleaver? Tremor Cleaver. Wait, it is the best cleaver. Its throbbing blade will pulsate its way into even the most I don't know what that word is. Dissident. Okay, that's pretty freaking sweet. Oh look, another open door. Yeah, no one's gonna need that. I'll put it to good use. Edgewater Saltuna Company, or Saltuna Cannery. Spacer's Choice Property. Terminal access. Welcome, Junior Inhumer. Messages. Inhumers Association. Your subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms. Complimentary eulogy. Jesus, that took. Okay, let's forget about that. Courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Fucking shit. Shut up. Shut up. Nothing happened. I can speak English. You're just having a hard time understanding me. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacer's Choice branded gravesites. Inventory logs. Password require hack bypass. Okay. Name Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration, industrial accident. Successfully interred in gravesite 13F. Paid and accounted. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. What the fuck? That reminds me. I just kind of like walked right past the graveyard.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
The other side.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
I'm just passing through. My pod crashed in the hills back there. How do you know I'm not a marauder?
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't
Fair
safe
enough.
out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Sure. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne. I never got your name. Do they pay you to chat with strangers? So that way you got a pair of armed guards. I'm gonna say... Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm Alex Hawthorne. Why not?
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Now, is Junior in Humor an individual title or fancy title for a gravedigger? Oh.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
Okay. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Yeah?
Geez, that first one. This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed. Shit. Have you heard any news about a Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly
Stripling?
convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
The Hope isn't a rumor. It's real and I'm living proof.
Alright, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Oh, God. Let's change this. This is ridiculous.
No, this is sounding like sedition. I'm not too keen on getting clapped in irons because you wouldn't stop running your mouth. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Okay, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. Let's change the subject. Oh, whoops. I pressed 3 instead.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit?
Yeah, it is actually. I'm looking to make a little money while I'm here. I guess my whole purpose right now is looking for a power regulator.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the
Reed
cannery.
Thompson.
Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want me to collect what's owed to you? Now you're making people pay for their own graves.
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Fair enough. Alright, I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy.
Oh, Ludwig, really?
He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Abernathy. Nathy? Abernathy. I added an extra N there. Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town.
Conrad's a
Phyllis works at the
barber.
cannery most hours.
Phyllis is at the cannery.
Abernathy, I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Okay. I'll be back. Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna go into Edgewater first. And then I'll deal with... what should I do first? There's a lot of choices here. I guess whatever's close. But that could lead me on a whole string of things. I should probably talk to Reed first. But the barbershop is right there. Ah, fuck it, let's talk to him real quick.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Okay, so the barber and the surgeon. That's lovely. Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Small words, baby.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't know, I feel like if you're the surgeon, you'd probably be paid well. Although, of course, I'm not a fan of any of this. I think he doesn't have much of an excuse. I don't care, pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Okay, I guess, hang on, medical rights. Just give Silas an IOU. I don't think Silas would take an IOU. I don't know, that's stupid, so I'm just gonna say hang on, medical rights.
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
I don't have time for this. I'll leave this situation be and talk to Silas and get his opinion on the matter later. I'll stop by the cantina later. Let's go check out the cannery. Or I guess Thompson Reed. Spacers Quace. Spaces Quace. Okay. Why not? Terminal access logs. Edgewater's Altoona canning facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Schedule your sick leave, blah, blah, blah. Be considerate toward other members. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. This is what America's gonna turn into. Oh god. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with your local vicar. Yeah, I don't think religion's gonna help you there, but sure. I'm gonna change my settings real quick. Okay, maybe I won't have encoding problems now.
Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
And I guess I'll...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform, what are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
I don't work for Spacer's
Of course
Choice.
I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer.
Has a lot of experience.
Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I never would have guessed. I don't think these people would take kindly to losing their power. You mean marauders?
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
Let's see, none of what you're telling me is my problem. How can I help? I don't blame these workers for walking out. I'm gonna go with that one.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I'll see what I can do to help.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. I hate the way that he smiles, even though I'm sure that's not intentional. Probably has something to do with the skeleton, but... Parvati, Parvati. I don't know how to pronounce her name exactly, but something like that.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk?
It's the first time
Sorry.
she's called me ma'am.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. What he said seemed pretty straightforward. If I wanted to deal with nuance, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I don't think religion's gonna help here. Let's see, where would I find him? No, I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so she wants me to talk to Vicar Max.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
Is this an observatory?
I've always felt weird in here.
Repurposed observatory, or... That's interesting. Damn it.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Okay, so... First time I really paid attention to what he said, the quickest way out of town. I do know I'm an outsider. Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise? What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
I guess, yeah, it depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
Maybe it's a problem with you then. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Right, just talk everybody into coming together. I'm gonna go with 2.
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Nothing around here is safe. And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
How much is a handsome sum? Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book? I'll assume you want to burn it once you get your hands on it, pretty much.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
That definitely sounds like he wants to burn it then. I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Let's see. I'll look for your book.
Thank you.
Why not?
If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
On the bright side, if I don't want to give it to him, I can figure out the book's about. A little bit more, anyways. Points available, 10. Let's see. Medical science, engineering. Chance items you will repair will become pristine. That sounds nice. Leadership. I'm gonna go with leadership a bit. Because I heard some good things about that, and yeah, it might be a little bit metagaming in a way, but yeah, who cares that much, really? Dialogue. And accept. I don't think I get a perk point. Nope, not yet. Okay, so I can look for the people who owe money, or I can go to the botanical gardens, or whatever that place was called, botanical science labs, whatever.
Nothing, just don't want to fall sick.
General store. I think I have a few things to sell.
Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
Okay then.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Oh, okay. I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place? Anyone I should watch out for? Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Oh, that's not surprising. What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
Boy. Telling yourself that won't make it true.
You are condescending to me, and I do not care for it. I am lucky to have my work, lucky to be alive. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Fair enough. Let's see. What is he
Music to my
selling?
ears.
Merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill. Okay, what's this fucker doing? Selling a light machine gun. The fuck? Okay, let's sell junk. And that. More extra weapons. Anything worth a decent amount. Increase your ranged weapon skills. I want to keep that. Oh, it's not really worth selling. 1% discount. Let's check out Cantina.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me. Don't worry.
You're not a big
Amelia
drinker,
Kim.
are
I
you?
haven't heard that name yet.
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
Let's see if I can
Only
talk to her
Devin's
from.
spoken.
Yep.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. I guess I'll keep up the Alex Hawthorne thing.
Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Something going on here that I should know about. What a fine establishment it is. Could have fooled me. All I see a bunch of drunken slobs and one ugly bartender. God damn, I'm not that mean. I'm gonna go with something going on here that I should know about.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand, but you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Let's see. Yeah, Reed mentioned those deserters.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway,
Rung
enough about
leeches.
them. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? I don't really want to spend money on a virtual drink, so I'll be on my way. Companion skills, add to your skill checks. Increasing your leadership skills increases the bonuses they give. So another reason to increase that. Doesn't hurt to explore the town just a little bit more.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Random guard. It just seems like it's extra Saltuna factory stuff. Don't really feel like exploring the factory. Not yet, anyways. Now, where is that one guy's residence? Is this his? Maintenance division. Sounds like the only residence I can access nearby. Okay. Someone's been hiding some weird shit back here. But don't mind if I do. I guess I might as well check out this house. Besides the maintenance sign, there doesn't seem to be anything else identifying. Well, doesn't even look like any of this is stealing. Yeah, this is all just for the taking.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. but it still happens.
Okay, that's why she lives here.
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
I mean, we're working together now, right? You don't mind, do ya? Welcome Holcomb P. There are currently 3 open trouble tickets. What's the priority one about? Failure of main cannery production line at heat processing. I think this is what they were talking about. Likely as not, Bess got digestion from being made to eat something she ain't made to again. Okay, so getting frustrated that they keep breaking the machine. Workbench. Why not? Now repair. What does it cost to repair? Weapon parts. I don't think it's worth repairing that. Break it down instead. Tinker. Okay, that increases its damage. I see. Well, I'll deal with that later. When I have a weapon worth upgrading like that. But I don't think I have anything worth upgrading at the moment.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
Oh my god.
You like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
This is a pretty big house.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Guess she was important. Holcomb Robert. Open last search. 2 records found. First entry. And Indimati left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. Kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. That's sad. 1 record found. Reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. Okay. Just a diary entry. It's not stealing, it's her father's.
Hungry, I could open up a can of something.
Why does everyone have all these mag picks? And weapon parts in the pantry? I mean, I'm stealing it, but that doesn't mean it's not weird to have those things in those places. Constable.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
At least you got your health.
How the fuck do they get green hair dye here? Or is that the radiation?
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
This whole town seems scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The
Frontier
office is writing up
justice.
promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
I got some questions for you. I'm looking for work. Well, I've got a lot of work at the moment.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Oh, I'm not gonna rat out Phineas right here. That would be fucking ridiculous. Never mind, I don't have any questions. Bounty records. All bounties posted by Edgewater Constable have been authorized by Spacer's Choice. Okay, query. Gilliman. Gil. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Gil. Terminated from his position. disabusing themselves of any sympathy. Okay, so why is he wanted? Bertie Cotton and Doc Mabel. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for those
A friend of
names.
mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
Nothing I can do about that.
Well, these look like very descriptive faces, so I think I could find them pretty easily. I feel like I haven't explored the whole town, and speaking of which, there's just a door right here.
Yes, Mr. Thompson.
Martin
I'm fine, Mr.
Abernathy.
Never been
Or
healthier.
Abernathy.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
No.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You do not look healthy. Perception, you want to tell me what's going on, or what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
We've got the plague, let's see. Why not?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all.
Some light second story work.
Tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I
Old
need you to
community
break
center.
in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Let's see. Not so fast, I've got some
do what I can.
questions. Let's see, why can't... I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Marauders. Never mentioned
That's the
marauders.
reality of life in the Vale. Grass is brown, sky is gray. Marauders are outside the walls.
Well, that's depressing.
So you'll do it then?
Maybe. If I could, I'll do it.
You oblige me with your hate.
Let's see, I did not mean to skip that. I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See?
Okay.
I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Okay, well, that made it easy. I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Don't think that name's familiar.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He is definitely sick.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Then why the hell are you asking me? That's not shady at all, or let me worry about that. I mean, it's stealing medicine, so it's gonna be shady. Have it your way kind of fits the situation. But let me worry about that. It gives me more of a confident vibe, I guess. Do I want to be confident, or do I want to just be like, okay, fuck off then? You know, he definitely needs the medicine. I don't think this green-haired, feminazi-looking chick needs it as much. She doesn't look sick. Maybe mentally, but not that there's anything wrong with green hair, but it's the combo, you know? Anyways, that's a whole nother thing. I shouldn't have said anything. Ignore that. Have it your way.
I'm doing right by the town, I'll tell you that much. You bring me that medicine, and I'll see that it goes to the right people.
I don't believe that.
That's all I can ask of you.
Okay. Well, now that that's out of the way, where is the fucking community center? 'Cause I've not seen a community center. Is it even in the walls?
Sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry.
This town is small. Oh, there's a house right here. Oh, this is the sick house.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no
Yeah.
place for a traveler.
I don't want to go in the sick house. Is this the best exit? Probably not. I don't know which exit would be the right one. Doesn't really matter. They're all exits. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go check on that mechanical scout, and then I'll end the video there. Because as much as I like playing this, I only have enough time for about an hour. And that's how long I've been trying to make these videos. Yeah, these graves look a lot more... What's the point? What is the point of making light up fancy metal graves? That doesn't make any fucking sense, but whatever. Taste of freedom. Now with extra added artificial ingredients at no extra cost. Lovely. These are some massive, fancy looking dandelions. Trippy. No titles or signs anywhere. This is locked. That's just begging for me to enter.
You're fast.
Is there someone in here? Doesn't look like it. So why was the door locked? All the other doors weren't. At least all the ones that I've seen so far. Music box. Strange. Maybe. Oh wow. I wonder if this is the community center. Spacer's Choice.
Incoming!
Oh boy.
That's the last of them.
Okay, I did not know these little things attacked. Now, do I really want to hack that? It costs a decent amount, but it's fine. Oh, unlock second story balcony door. Personal files. As far as that, I'm not seeing any names associated with this. Leading scientists say it's still food. Oh, God. Office space. Revolver, energy cell. I'm very curious about that giant hole. Can we get in there? Doesn't seem to be a climbing mechanic in this game. I wonder if I can even get into that hole or not. Probably not. Well, that's a shame. Definitely gonna have to keep looking for this community center, but I am still looking for that scout. I don't know what they're gonna look like. Is there a way to track? Main quest, side quest, die robot. Set active. Okay, he's just right up ahead. Perfect. Junkyard. It's bound to have valuables. Gotta see what's in this chest. There's gotta be something good. Wow, that was a decent amount. Mostly just ammo, though. Frozen dinner. Fried chicken, mashed spectrum potatoes, spiced mock apples. That looks nasty. This is an open-doored bathroom. I guess it's a one-person house. Okay, so...
He knows Brett. But I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems
Jeremy the
operational.
robot, okay.
Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
What? Is that an Aetherwave cereal or something?
Hebs to Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night.
Okay.
Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Are we supposed to...
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Are we supposed to destroy him or something? We're not supposed to let him get back to the, to wherever he came from. Ooh, more boxes to open. As much as I want to keep playing this, I do want to get sleep too. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, there's a fucking volcano here. Terra ray. Well, was not expecting. Oh, crap. Let's heal up real quick. Jeez.
That's the last of them.
Okay, almost died there. God damn. Ethology log, Terra ray mating habits. You know what? I don't need to. Like, Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site. Okay. If this is terraformed, why are they observing the wildlife like it's new? Plot hole. Well, I guess this is as good as a spot as any to manually save. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're not asleep, please leave a like, comment, share, all that awesome stuff. And let me know if you want more. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. On the Northern Lights. Weird. Very weird.